Stay informed. Download the WMBF News app. Live, local, now. This is WMBF News Today at 5.
Good morning, I'm Lauren Korn.
And thank you for waking up with us. I'm Darian Henderson. A brand new update just in as we continue to watch the tropics. Spring meteorologist Andrew Dockery joining us now with the latest potential impacts and also the latest track as well. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Darian. Good morning, Lauren. A lot of people wanting to know the latest update. Our web starting to increase, and let's get straight to it here as we go through. It's soon to be Fred. That's the key word here. Soon to be. No update. Jamie saying last night, of course, that we would have the latest on Tropical Storm Fred. That will be pushed back until at least 8 o'clock with another update coming in. So what you need to know this morning, notice soon to be Fred, still a tropical depression at this point. This expected to become a tropical storm, and the new forecast track taking this right along the Caribbean with a lot of land interaction. Notice as we go into Friday and Saturday, we'll look at the center, either just east of Florida or working its way into the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of watch and wait going to be happening here. Notice forecast models through Sunday take this system up through Florida, some toward the East Coast, the others in the Gulf of Mexico. But we want to remind you, we'll be watching that. We'll have today's forecast, but you can stay updated with us when it comes to the hurricane season as activity begins to ramp up. The latest discussion and updates can be found there with the push alerts to the palm of your hand.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, there's just 1 week left of summer vacation for students in Horry County schools.
Yeah, and after 2 disruptive school years, district leaders are preparing to address the learning loss many students are experiencing. A WMBF News reporter, Catherine Phillips, joins us now live to explain how much money the district plans to spend to address it. Catherine, good morning.
Hey, Lauren and Darian, good morning to you, too. They had $125 million in American Rescue Plan money to spend, and they sent out a survey to parents, students, and staff, and they addressed that addressing learning loss was the #1 priority issue to be addressed with the American Rescue Plan money.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News Today at 5:30.
Good morning, I'm Lauren Korn.
And thank you for waking up with us. I'm Darian Henderson. It's already hot and sticky as you're heading out this morning. I think we both know that.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Meteorologist Andrew Dockery joining us now with the first alert to your Tuesday forecast. We're going to eventually just slide it on over there.
I was about to say, I can come join you if you need me to. Hey, temperatures as you're waking up. Here is 70 degrees in Conway, 76 in North Myrtle Beach, 77 in Florence, and in Myrtle Beach as well. And it is a hot and sticky type of day. Hey, we're giving you the first alert. The best way to get that is to download that WMBF First Alert Weather app. We've already sent a notification this morning to the hot and humid weather. And notice as we go throughout the day, you can swipe up with temperatures climbing into the upper 80s today. Rain chance is going to be at 20%. Most of us should stay dry, and even by this evening, it will be warm. Another thing we want to give you the heads up on is get the sprinklers going now. Heat index begins to climb. Rain chances are very limited. We've had a break from this last week, but make sure you're ready there as you're getting ready for the lawns, the gardens, whatever it might be, because it's not only the heat, but the mugginess. Back to the unbearable category. We'll tell you when the worst of that arrives coming up here in your full forecast.
All right, time now is 5:31. Just into our newsroom this morning, troopers are reporting a crash with injuries on Highway 17 on Mr. Joe White Avenue. You can see there on your screen. Troopers and police officers are on the scene right there. Looks like one southbound lane might be closed, so think about taking a different route if you're headed out in this area. We'll let you know as soon as we find out more information.
Well, your kids won't need to wear a mask in the classroom this year and will not be sitting behind plexiglass barriers. Horry County schools are using different measures to keep them safe. The district will use bipolar ionization systems to stop the spread.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News Today at 6.
Good morning, I'm Lauren Korn.
And thank you for waking up with us. I'm Darian Henderson. A new update for you this morning as we continue to watch the tropics. Meteorologist Andrew Dockery is joining us now with the latest track and also potential impacts as well. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Darian. Good morning, Lauren. We've been talking about this system now for nearly a week, and we're just getting started. Let's take you to the latest update here from the National Hurricane Center this morning. Notice still a depression, or what they're calling potential tropical cyclone 6. We're simply calling that soon to be Fred. That will be the name it gains later today, as this is expected to become a tropical storm later today before becoming depression after some more land interaction. From there, a lot of uncertainty, but models still like the idea of a pretty strong tropical storm working in somewhere from the Gulf or just on the eastern side of Florida. We'll keep an eye on that, and a lot of time to go before we really talk about some of the United States impacts. The models continue to keep a very close eye on the Florida Panhandle as we go into that forecast. Of course, with hurricane season right happening now and activity really beginning to ramp up, we want to remind you, you can get the latest discussion and updates, your push alerts to your phone for any update that comes in that is significant on that First Alert weather app. It is free to download today on any iOS or Android device.
All right, thank you, Andrew. There's just 1 week left of summer vacation for students in Horry County schools.
And after 2 disruptive school years, district leaders are preparing to address learning loss many students are experiencing. WMBF News reporter Catherine Phillips joining us now live to explain how much money the district plans to spend. Good morning, Catherine.
Hey, good morning, Lauren and Darian. Horry County Schools asked parents, students, and staff how they want to spend the $125 million in American Rescue Plan money, and coming out on top was how to address learning loss. Now, the district wants to also focus on improving air quality in schools, followed by improving summer learning and after-school programs.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News Today at 6:30.
Good morning. I'm Lauren Korn.
Yeah, thank you so much for staying with us here. I'm Darian Henderson. It's already hot and sticky as you're heading out. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's just reality.
Enjoy.
With here. Just saying. Meteorologist Andrew Docker is joining us now with the first alert to a toasty Tuesday.
Toasty Tuesday. Hey,
like
your
that.
pocket square looks like a little bit of a
Sunshine.
sunshine.
You know, trying to bring
It's a little ray of sunshine.
A little sunrise coming through Darian's
beautiful.
pocket, huh? Let's take a look at the sunrise on this toasty Tuesday. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful one, but it will be hot. It will be humid. See Captain South sky cam, some fair weather clouds out there this morning, and overall current temperatures on the warm side as well. 70 degrees at Conway, 76 in North Myrtle Beach and in Myrtle Beach. And as you go throughout the day, the best way to stay updated with us, that First Alert weather app. We sent a notification. Hopefully you woke up to it this morning. If not, that means you haven't downloaded the app. You can get it on any iOS or Android device. Notice we go throughout the day swiping up 20% chance of showers for this afternoon, even this evening. It is hot, it is humid, and just to give you the first alert, no significant rainfall through this week as the dog days of summer only get warmer. So sprinkler forecast all the way on. We'll tell you when the worst of the heat and humidity arrives, coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, your kids won't need to wear a mask in the classroom this year and will not be sitting behind plexiglass barriers. Horry County schools are using different measures to keep them safe. The district is using bipolar ionization systems to stop the spread.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News.
Well, good morning. I'm Darian Henderson with your local news headlines. You have a say in how millions of dollars will be spent in Horry County. Leaders are holding an American Rescue Funds meeting this week. It's at 3 o'clock Thursday at the Government and Justice Center in Conway. The money is meant to support households, employees, and businesses struggling with the pandemic. Horry County will receive more than $68 million in 2 installments. The first got here in May, and the second needs to be spent by July of next year. Meanwhile, 1 person is dead after a crash in Dillon County. Troopers say a pedestrian was trying to cross Highway 301 near McCollum Road when they were hit by a pickup truck. Highway Patrol says the driver of the truck and 2 passengers were wearing seatbelts and are not hurt. The crash is under investigation. We'll let you know when we learn more.
And once again, as we go throughout the day, temperatures going to be climbing into the upper 80s, lower 90s inland. Notice rain chances only at 20%. Most of us will stay dry for today. Another warm and humid one. We're stuck in the dog days of summer, hot and humid. Heat index near 100, and yes, a small storm chance only at 20%. This is the story we have all week long. Notice your heat index going to begin to climb into the triple digits by Thursday and Friday. That will continue as we go into the weekend. Notice rain chances few and far between. Consider yourself lucky if you do get underneath one of these isolated showers. Most of us will stay dry as we go into the forecast, especially for the weekend. For a look at your weekend forecast, be sure to download that First Alert weather app.
Join the fun. Come along with us on Strand Today.
Happy Tuesday, friends. Thank you so much for joining us for Grand Strand Today. I'm Hallie Murrow. Today we're coming to you live from L.W. Paul Living History Farm here in Conway. Believe it or not, they're in their 13th year. Here they celebrate what life was like on an Horry County farm between 1900 and 1955. Throughout today's show, we're going to take you through some of the programs you can experience. And Tuesday means it's time for an all-new How To with Hallie. We're going to be canning some tomatoes, and Eric is with me for Hey Eric, Do My Job. Believe it or not, he's going to be plowing a mule. You can see them getting started here behind me. He's even going to be curing tobacco. You'll certainly want to stick with us for that. And we're meeting your Best of the Grand Strand winner for Best Dermatology. That is Waccamaw Dermatology. They have many locations along the Grand Strand, and they'll share with us why they are a one-stop for skin cancer care. We're also catching up with another Best of the Grand Strand winner, Professional Piercing by Jackie. They won the body piercing category, and the great staff is a big reason they can call themselves the best. We learn more about them later in today's show. But first things first, I want to talk about where we're at. The sun is shining. It's absolutely gorgeous here at L.W. Paul Living History Farm. Right now I'm joined by my friend Marion. How are you doing today, lady?
Doing great.
Good. You've been a busy lady this morning.
Yeah, we just finished up some of our kids programs for this summer. We've actually still have 2 days left. We've got tomorrow and Thursday. We're talking about wildlife in Horry County. So we'd like to do a lot of these kids programs out here at the farm where we can be outside and still stay a little distance, but still get some hands-on.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 4.
Now on your only local news at 4, one of the busiest police departments is doing what it can to get a full staff. The biggest issue authorities are facing when it comes to hiring new officers. One hurdle cleared for the $1 trillion infrastructure bill. What the money will go towards if it passes. Good afternoon, I'm Meredith Heeline. Thanks for joining us for your only local news here at 4 o'clock. Go ahead and take a look at the beach today. We already know it is a gorgeous day out there. I'd love to be joining those people, but it's hot and humid. Well, hey. Hot and humid is perfect beach weather. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jamie Arnold has more on these dog days of summer and your certified most accurate forecast.
Yeah, we are sweating through another seasonably hot afternoon, about where it should be here. As we head towards the middle of August, we'll show you a different view of the beach. And again, looking beautiful. That water looking very Caribbean out there here this week as it warms up into the mid 80s.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 4:30.
Using federal money to better your child's learning experience. A look at how Horry County school leaders are putting the money to good use. Getting settled on campus. What students at Clemson University are most excited about as they move in and get ready to start college. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us for your only local news at 4:30. I'm Eric Weisfeld. Boy, no end in sight for that heat and humidity. If you've been outside today, you know. First Alert meteorologist Robert Whitehurst gives us a look at the warming trend and your certified most accurate forecast. Haven't we already been warm at this point, Robert?
Yeah, plenty of warmth here. Not the only thing heating up. The tropics still very active as well. And a lot of the focus has continued to be on what will likely become our next tropical storm. We're expecting a new advisory here from the National Hurricane Center over the next 15-20 minutes. There is a chance they upgrade it. They flew around the storm earlier today.
Google recently announced support for a digital vaccine card for those Android users, but it will require government agencies or healthcare providers to implement that technology.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 5.
The worker shortage is far-reaching, even inside emergency departments. What leaders are doing to make more hires and keep them around.
Step towards slowing down development along Highway 90 in Horry County. Why some are calling this a victory.
This is WMBF News here at 5 o'clock. Thanks for being here. I am Meredith Heeline.
Good evening to you. I'm Eric Weisfeld. Newest update from the National Hurricane Center's in. Still no Fred yet, but Jamie, it is getting close to becoming a storm.
Yeah, getting close, but not quite there just yet. Hurricane hunters were out there earlier today. This system has some tropical storm force winds. However, what it's lacking right now is a very well-defined circulation, so it's just below tropical storm strength. Those sustained winds 35 miles per hour passing to the south of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico as we head through the overnight hours tonight.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 5:30.
Summer learning loss, a very real concern for school leaders this year, regardless of whether your students returning to the classroom this fall. More on the plan being put in place to combat it and how you can help.
Plus, health experts continue to stress the importance of getting vaccinated, even if you've already had COVID. Why experts say we need to be focused on building community immunity.
It is 5:30. Thanks for tuning in for WMBF News. I'm Eric Weisfeld.
And I'm Meredith Heeline. Our first alert weather team is continuing to keep its eyes on the tropics tonight.
Meteorologist Robert Whitehurst starts us off with an update on Fred out there in the Atlantic. Robert?
It's soon to be Fred. Hasn't quite developed yet, but will likely try to develop later tonight or into tomorrow. Enough winds in here for it to be a tropical storm, but the organization not quite there yet. But again, that is expected to happen here soon. It is still making its way out to the northwest. Worst of the weather headed into Puerto Rico here overnight and eventually continues to the west. All that latest forecast track here in a couple of minutes.
More than 200 students have been quarantined in Horry County, student athletes that is. We'll take a look at what that might mean for the fall sports season coming up at 6 o'clock.
Plus, limiting development along Highway 90, the resolution that might just accomplish that, and why one resident says it's a step in the right direction.
And heading to the House, the $1 trillion infrastructure bill passed the Senate today.
A breakdown of how much of that money is coming to our state. WMBF News at 6 o'clock starts right now.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 6.
Good evening to you. It is 6 o'clock. We're glad you're with us. I'm Eric Weisfeld.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Heeline. We're going to go ahead and take a live look over.
Yeah, it absolutely is, but still watching things going on in the tropics out there right now. Still not quite dealing with Tropical Storm Fred, calling it soon to be. Winds at 35 miles per hour, passing south of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico here tonight.
Ahead on WMBF News at 7, at capacity, but still trying to grow. What Horry County leaders say will help a road already pushed to its limit. Plus, teams in quarantine before the official kickoff. The struggles some Horry County coaches have because of COVID-19.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 7.
It's at 7. I'm Eric Weisfeld. Boy, feeling hot, hot, hot for just a bit longer. Chief Meteorologist Jamie Arnold walks us through the steamy temperatures and his certified most accurate forecast. And you can't see behind me, Jamie, but there are still a lot of people at the beach.
I can see it behind you, and check it out here. I can see it behind me as well. A lot of folks out there getting in some late day sand volleyball here on this steamy Tuesday evening right now in Myrtle Beach. 84 coming down a bit from our high temperature earlier of 86. That 84 though still feeling like the low 90s, and get used to that warmth, get used to that humidity. Not going anywhere anytime soon.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 11.
Good evening to you. It is 11 o'clock. We're glad you're with us. I'm Eric Weisfeld, and Fred is now a named storm. The update came in just moments ago. Meteorologist Jessica Dobson breaks down the latest track and her certified most accurate forecast. Tell us the update.
Yeah, you know, we now have Tropical Storm Fred. We had the hurricane hunters investigate the storm just a couple of moments ago, and we now have a closed center of circulation, winds up to 40 miles per hour, and it's just south of San Juan, Puerto Rico at this hour, and it's going to continue to work off almost due west as we take you throughout the rest of tonight.